Hi, I'm Shannon Edmonston, a registered dietitian at the Perth District Health Unit. Today we're going to make homemade chicken fingers. We like to make our own chicken fingers because you get to use all your own ingredients so you know exactly what's going into them. And they're also a really fun recipe to make with kids. To make the breadcrumb batter, we're going to mix in half a cup of oat bran, half a cup of wheat germ, a quarter cup of plain breadcrumbs, 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, half a teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder, a quarter of a teaspoon of black ground pepper. So we're going to give this a good stir. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil and mix it into this breadcrumb mixture, and that will help the chicken nuggets to become a nice golden brown color. So you just want to cut the olive oil into the breadcrumb mixture so it's evenly distributed. You can use a pastry blender for that, or you can use 2 knives or a fork. Or if you have a food processor, you can mix this together in a food processor. Once you have your breadcrumb mixture ready, we're going to transfer it into a shallow bowl or a plate that has a rim on it. We'll just transfer a little bit at a time. And we're going to crack 2 eggs into another shallow bowl. Don't include the shells. If you get a piece of eggshell in your egg, you can use part of the eggshell to help scoop it out. With a fork, you can just beat up your eggs, whisk them up. Okay, and we're going to set both of these dishes aside. Alright, once you're ready to start working with your chicken, then you can set up kind of a production line where you have your chicken, your egg and breadcrumb, and then a pan with a wire rack on it for baking. This recipe calls for 1 to 1.5 pounds of chicken breast, so that would be about 2 to 3 large chicken breasts. So with your chicken, you can slice it into strips. You want them to be about the same size so that they cook evenly. And this is the part where kids like to help out. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of chicken and you're going to dredge it in the egg. And let the excess drip off. And then you're going to place it in the crumb. You're going to kind of pat your breadcrumbs so that it will stick. And that it's well coated on both sides. So once you have your strip nice and covered, you can place it on your baking sheet. So once you have all your chicken fingers breaded, you're going to bake them in an oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 12 to 14 minutes. When the chicken fingers are finished, they'll have a nice golden brown color to them, and they'll have reached an internal temperature of 74 degrees Celsius, and then they are ready to enjoy.